Welcome back to Coastal Conference. I have no idea what to say because it's been a while since we've been here. So how's that for an intro?
That's good enough. Good enough. We are at, what was that again? Personal Edge Fitness. Carey's going to explain why we're in a gym tonight and not on the red couches. But so, Katie, we are in a gym.
Seriously? Stone cold seriously.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere in Daphne.
Yeah.
And the only way I know how to get here is to tell people, if you know where the great tortilla place is, it's right south of that.
Yeah. We're just a few doors down. I always tell people Cravers because everybody knows where Cravers is. But then they think we're in that building right next to Cravers.
True. It's a little farther south.
We're down a little bit.
And is Cravers the crowd that's coming to the gym?
You know, that's a good question.
Do you ever ask them, say, hey, where's your favorite place to eat while they're in here?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are like, I need to lose the pounds that I'm gaining at Southwood Kitchen.
A lot of it is Southwood. The Wash House gets
course,
a lot of love.
of
And then the new Mexican restaurant up in Spanish Fort, Tulum, is getting a lot of good reviews.
Yeah, I haven't. I need to go check that out.
We've been once.
All right.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was okay. We just don't have good Mexican.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. We just don't.
The place next door is pretty good.
That one I haven't tried. I got to get down there and try that.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell me where you're from.
I am from upstate New York, Binghamton, New York. It's close to Syracuse and the Finger Lakes up there. Everybody hears New York and they think New York City. I promise you there's a whole big state above that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, those of us that are Kornheiser fans know about Binghamton.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me to even say it. It's way too
I know
large.
everybody goes to Binghampton and it's like there's no P, it's just Binghamton.
There you go. Okay. Well, how'd you get down here? What's the story on that?
My parents retired down here. They had me later in life, and veterans don't pay any property tax in Mississippi. So my dad, being a Vietnam vet, landed from, high property tax in New York to no property tax in Mississippi. And I just want to be around them. So I came down here to hang out with my parents.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
All right. But you are, okay, so where do you live right now? Or what part of town?
Daphne.
All right. Whenever y'all go out, where are you going out?
We go to Southwood Kitchen a lot. We also love Grace in downtown Mobile.
Oh, that is a good place.
I love Grace.
I haven't tried that yet.
I DJ'd a gig up there on the rooftop. That is a very cool rooftop.
It's
very
so
good food.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to put that
Grace
on.
might give Southwood a run for its money.
No doubt.
All right. What about the quicker, easier place? Not so white cloth, as my dad calls it.
White cloth. I don't know. We don't really, I hate to say this, I'm so sorry. We don't really grab a lot of quick food. The local Chipotle in Fusackley see me a lot. The Chipotle lane is cool. Do you guys eat at Chipotle?
I've eaten there once.
Okay, well, they have a drive-through lane now.
In Daphne?
Yes. And
There's one in Daphne?
Yes, and you can order it online, and then you just drive through and pick it up at the window. It's the best thing ever.
All right. I'm going to have to let my daughter know that.
I'm a big coffee person, though.
Okay.
So Summer Moon Coffee down...
The best.
It's absolutely the best.
The best.
That's the one just opened in Daphne,
Yes.
right? In the little blue house?
No.
What am I thinking?
This is where the old Beans and Brews was, next to Moe's, next to Tzatziki's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcus. I don't know if you know Marcus.
It's the coffee shop behind the bush, but yes.
Yes. But Marcus is amazing.
Okay.
Chamber member and great guy. Really, really like him, and really their coffee's the best.
It's so good.
All right. So I got two things that I need to mark on my list: Grace and Southern Coffee.
You
Summer
can do
Moon.
it.
Summer Moon. I'm just going to text y'all whenever I'm going. And going, hey, what was that coffee shop we were talking about?
Yeah, and they're out of Austin, Texas, is where this
Okay.
franchise comes out of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool.
All right. We'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, what do you do as a trainer? And I mean, look, my people, we watch like one or two videos, think we know what we're doing, and we go to the gym and embarrass ourselves.
Right. So I do have a master's degree in exercise science, and our expertise is really part of it. But what I do and what we at Personal Edge do is we seek to make you feel better about being yourself.
Okay.
So you're shaking your head over there.
Well, I mean, I need to feel better about myself. But the irony has got to be obvious to our watchers and listeners that two big guys are sitting here at the gym.
This is probably the body shape we need to start working with.
That's right. Let's begin here and let's check it out in 6 weeks and see where you're at, Chris.
Obviously,
that.
what we think we've been doing,
It's worked to a point and then it's died.
it's died. Yeah. All right,
We have
so
no help anymore.
walk me through how do I get signed up? What do I need to do?
Yeah, of course. Reach out to us, email, call. Our website has an inquiry on it. We start with a consultation.
Okay.
You get to sit down and talk to one of us and just talk about everything. Every program is so individualized to every person. I mean,
Are you looking at the goals that they're making for themselves, basically, or are you giving them some type of overall fitness goal? Or is it like, I want to work on certain areas, I want to get bigger or faster?
we see a good mix of both. So our youngest client is currently, I believe, 6, and we've had them as young as 3. And our oldest client is 96. We have 24 athletic scholarships to our name, and we've taught 3 people to walk again. So we literally do a little bit of everything with everybody.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you start to teach somebody to walk again?
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to get to the point where I can touch my toes again. That's kind of slipped.
So we do actually, another part of everybody's fitness routine that some people just kind of brush aside is flexibility. And we finish every session with hands-on stretching. Chris, you were in here when I was finishing up a session. You saw it. Stretching is so important for our body. And so we
just
finish every
maintaining
session
that
with it.
flexibility
Yes.
throughout your life means a lot.
Yep.
If not, then you go see my ex group, the druggies, and that never really ends
Right.
well. No, not at all. All right, so
if somebody comes in and says that I'm pre-diabetic, y'all have a plan for them that can help them get to where they're not pre-diabetic or not looking to, and the flexibility goes toward pain also, right?
Yes, of course. And then a big part of it is working around somebody's limitations. People with really bad arthritis, we have the claws, or even behind you, there's fat grips that go around the dumbbell that make it easier for somebody to hold on to. That way they're not hurting their hands with their arthritis trying to grip onto something. So working on everybody. And then pre-diabetes, I mean, yes, we see that all the time. Blood pressure is another big thing. We work with people to get them off of their blood pressure medication.
yeah, a lot of that's just being flexible, mobile, using it.
Water is such a big thing. As a society, we are dehydrated.
Hence the little cups, the cups of shame.
The cups of shame that you don't carry your water bottle in here. But yeah, the goal is 100 ounces of water per day. And if I asked, how many ounces of water do you drink a day?
All right, so I'm probably at about 70 to 80.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not enough.
I'm at 60
Right
to
in there.
65.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
I have a little bottle. I fill it up. I have to fill it up at least 3 times a day. But what you're telling me is I need to
100
do it at
ounces
5.
of water. Yeah.
So I got to get up.
See, I start off now straight H2O, or can it be
Straight
with
H2O.
stuff?
It
Like-
needs to be in a Coca-Cola. They have water in Coca-Cola.
Nah, no. I'm just talking maybe like a little caffeine.
Straight H2O.
Yeah,
The benefits for your body are going to be so wonderful.
100 ounces. All right, I'm starting that tomorrow.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Nope, 100%. I will.
I heard something where it was body weight divided by 2, and that's the number
100
of
ounces.
ounces. Just go for that.
100 ounces.
Okay. Send me a text.
I will.
Send you a text.
Send me
You
a
wait.
text.
I'm just going to send you a text.
Well, you've already got my cell phone, so you start egging me.
You're right.
I just treat me as,
A long
Client.
lost brother.
Right.
brother who never wanted. That's what my sister
Right.
always says.
A really nice thing that we've added
Sad.
is our app. And our app allows for like habit tracking and more goal setting so clients can see their progress towards their goals.
Okay.
But the habit tracking is nice because once you drink your 100 ounces of water, you can check it off. So I'm a
little
big
gold star.
checklist person.
There's a lot of those around here.
Yeah.
So your app is out and available,
Yes.
and you need to be a member here to
Need to
use
be
your
a
app.
member. Yes.
Okay. And
So
once
how
a week,
often?
4 times a week?
Yeah, how often are they coming in to work out?
Our clients see us anywhere from 2 to 5 days a week. In our 24-year history at Personal Edge, we've never had a contract with a client, meaning they can come and go as they want. Our average tenure of a client is 5.6 years, which is unheard of
Yeah, no kidding.
the personal training industry. With that, our average tenure of a staff member is 7 years, which is also unheard of. The national average for a personal trainer is 2 years. So our culture is really what keeps people.
Okay.
So as a personal trainer, are those people just jumping from gym to gym? Is that what they're doing?
No, typically they're training for 2 years and then burning out and changing their lifestyle completely.
Okay.
They're getting into real estate because there's nobody in real estate.
No, there's nobody.
5,100 between here and Mobile County.
That's crazy.
And you wonder, and people wonder, I got a bad real estate person. How did that happen?
It's 80-20 rule.
It's
Well, dude,
So
I mean,
true.
80% of us are, I'm talking about us as in the profession,
Yeah, sure.
part-timers. They're not full-timers.
Yeah. Well, you're a full timer.
I try
This
to be.
is your
This is
job.
all I got.
Yeah.
Too ugly for TV, someone's told me. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, agreed. Anyway,
All right, you had me a real estate question. What was it?
Yeah, new to my neighborhood.
Okay.
D.R. Horton construction neighborhood. They're still growing and building in our neighborhood. But some of the older houses, I don't want to say older, they were built in 2018. There's 5 of them up on the market right now. Why are these people leaving our development?
It's a great question. So if those things were bought in 2018, they have seen a substantial increase in value from 2018 to 2024. And it's hard to walk away from 50, 75% growth in your house, especially, maybe a house that the location's not tremendous on, something that you were probably expecting a little, because if they're still building there, they're setting the price for the houses.
Right.
And it's hard to compete with them in the resale market too, because you got to go lower than they can build it new. And you've got to match that, not really match that interest rate that they're offering. I've heard 3.99 in some places.
for D.R. Horton
yeah,
Homes.
for D.R. Horton.
Yeah. I think the
So-
bottom of my development says 2.75 for the first
Wow.
year.
Okay, for the first year.
And that's where they get you.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Right.
Adjustable rates. Those should make you very cautious.
Right.
All right. You want it as fixed as you can get it fixed. But that's just it. Those folks that bought early, bought in 18, they've got equity in that house.
Right.
Maybe
You
just
know?
cashing out.
And it could be the fact that they're just cashing out. Now, I've got a listing in a D.R. Horton neighborhood, and we're almost to the point where we're offering what we paid for it. Now, we've only been there a year, so that's going to be very difficult for the owner to take, but it's just beyond circumstances that happen sometimes. But no, that 18 to 24, it's cash out. I can't blame them for that.
We are noticing that they've been sitting for a little bit, and part of me was wondering, is that because there's newer developments
Right.
coming in and they're offering the interest rate for a brand new home?
Well, and there's also recency bias. Okay. Typically, homes sit on the market for 4 to 6 months. That's normal. Let's go back 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they were sitting on the market for 2 weeks. That was abnormal.
Yeah.
And that was an anomaly that we're probably never going to see again. Now, I say that, and I had a good friend put her house on the market, and within 8 hours, she had asking price.
Wow.
But location
Right.
for hers, over the top. She's half a mile from the yacht club, right down the road from downtown Fairhope, and the house is gorgeous. Relatively new build, custom built, and done fantastic. That over,
Right.
it's just what you got and where you got it. So, all that to say, don't freak out.
freak out.
Don't freak out.
We're first time homeowners. So for us, being in a neighborhood and noticing this trend is just different.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how long are you gonna stay there?
We've been there since May. So
Okay.
So, but I mean, what's the average now? 7 years before you sell your house? In
Yeah, 7 years is about the normal. You need 2 years to at least get the tax benefit out of it.
okay.
I don't want to break your heart, but you're in a tract home neighborhood. The odds of you and your significant getting that $500,000 tax break, if it's still there in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's probably not going to happen. Again, that was that little anomaly. But all that, I mean, look, there's so many people coming into Baldwin County, and we don't have the inventory for
We
them.
don't.
So, like right now, whenever somebody looks at me and says, "Hey, where are the deals?" I'm like, what do you think is a deal?
Right.
All right, under 400,000 in like the old Eastern Shore area. There's probably 3,
Right.
and they need a lot of work.
Right. So
Yeah.
is that really a deal? That's the question. And
The
you know-
house that I'm talking about, I thought it was going to go for 1.2 million. They sold it for 965. Hence the reason it was. And there's another one I think coming on the market. I think it's going to be a couple of hundred under what I would have priced it at, and that's just because some of these houses are hard to price because they haven't been on the market in 40 years, and they've had a lot of work, good work, done to them. I mean, we've got great architects in this area,
We really
builders
do.
that work with them.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are building homes that they got to withstand.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is these D.R. Horton, those things can handle it.
Yeah.
You know, these.
I know our insurance was real low on the new DR Horton Gold
And that's very
fortified
nice.
house.
You know,
Yeah.
the fortified is very nice.
All right, look, I'm a mile from the bay,
Yeah.
and I've got a 24-year-old roof on my house, and my insurance is crazy high. I mean, it's outlandish.
Right.
It's like Florida rates.
So when you replace that, are you going to have to go to a fortified roof?
Absolutely, and we're doing it in the next couple of weeks. So,
So your roof's coming off, and you're putting a new one.
yeah, we're doing a new one, and to do it, we got to get the knockout guys on here.
Yeah.
Knockout inspectors. They're fun to talk with, but they probably inspected yours even before you even got there. But they got to take so many pictures of these things, like 300 pictures just for a
Right.
roof,
As it goes through.
the whole process.
Right. So
But you had a new house. So you had the straps, the windows, the doors.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's fortified.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
And that's big difference. I mean, I think I'm hoping my insurance will be cut in half, and it'll probably still be 2 or 3 times higher than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and plus,
you know,
you're on that side of 98 too.
yeah, I'm on
We're on the south end of I-10 and on the wrong side of 98.
wrong
so
side of 98, but it's so pretty.
It is. It is. That's what you do. That's
can
what you
walk-
do. That's
I
why
can
you live
walk
here.
downtown,
That's why you live
baby.
here. No doubt.
All right, so
So, Katie, how long has Personal Edge been in business?
In Mobile since 2020, or I'm so sorry, 2000.
So, 2000, it was started.
24 years.
Yes, 24 years.
And the owner is still the owner today.
Yes, which is also almost unheard of. There's only 2 other locations that are under the same management.
Because I know back when I had my own CPA firm, I knew people that used Personal Edge, and they were driving from the Eastern Shore to Mobile because of the service that y'all were providing them.
Yes.
And I guess they're probably still here. I would guess. I don't know.
With our client tenure, I would not be surprised.
Me either. But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's very cool.
All right, is there anything you want to tell us that the public should know about what you do or what y'all do here?
Yeah, mainly that we are the most qualified and the top personal training facility in the Southeast. In our 24-year history, we've never hired a staff member that doesn't have a minimum of a bachelor's degree in the field of kinesiology, sports rehab, sports management, exercise science, and athletic training. Some of those are like athletic training and sports rehab are rehab fields because we do a lot of prehab, rehab, and then post-rehab work with people once they're done with physical therapy. So
That's very
Got
cool.
it. All
It's
right.
very
Yeah.
cool.
Now, tell me the quick story. You almost did the Spanish women's basketball team.
yes, I wanted to be a collegiate strength and conditioning coach.
Yep.
I did not see myself in personal training. I was supposed to go abroad in summer of 2020 for an internship with the international basketball team in Spain. COVID kind of said otherwise, and I continued on to get my master's degree. But it was, yeah. Now I see myself personal training, and I love it. The impact that I have on people's daily lives is so rewarding. That's
cool. All right, so magic wand question. If you could change anything about living down here, working down here, what would it be?
The bugs.
That was quick.
You laugh. No, like these Alabama bugs are not okay.
Like
the banana spiders,
Yeah.
not acceptable. They gotta go.
They catch other bugs, though.
Yeah.
The bugs are not okay down here. Shout out to Wayne's Pest Control because
Yeah, I've noticed there are no little critters running around.
Absolutely not.
Bug-free zone, baby.
Not a friend of the bugs.
I don't like the Alabama. And see, in New York, it froze, so the bugs all died in the winter.
Yeah, you're not gonna see that.
No,
We like when it freezes and kills a lot of them because it makes a difference if we have a good freeze. It will kill some of the bugs, but
it killed my plant last year too.
yeah, well, that happens too.
Yeah, you do.
Was it 2 years ago we had that bad freeze?
Maybe 3. It's still my lemon tree. I don't know if it's ever going to make it back. Hence the reason I had limoncello.
I know this is completely off topic, but I am so ready for us to open up a distillery and do the cognac thing. Ooh. With the Sansumas and the lemons, I'm ready to do it. I mean, we could take over the world in cognac.
I think so. I mean, there's and now all these.
I mean, have you seen all this bourbon
are opening up around town?
Yeah. I mean, who drinks muscadine wine? I mean, if you drink muscadine wine, everybody's making fun of you. I mean, seriously.
It's usually me saying that.
You know, I mean
about when you and Deb come in red or white. It's like,
that's
oh God,
not the
here they
first
go.
time I've heard that though.
You know, it's a country cliche, right? Every country music artist.
It's a wee bit sweet.
Yeah, no kidding,
and not in a good way.
I don't like sweet anyway. So
it's that stuff. It's kind of like Mad Dog 2020. It's going to hurt the next day.
Yeah, Strawberry Boone's Farm. All right, so I am going to mention the book.
Yeah, absolutely mention the book.
Because the
book
book
is
out.
A little bit about real estate. So
the book is out. My book, How to Find Your Side Hustle, is available on Amazon right now. Right now until January the 7th, it is at cost. So what you pay for it on Amazon is what I would pay for it if I bought it and gave it to you. So I'm going for 100 reviews by January 7th. I need 100 reviews before the hard launch. The hard launch is January 7th. And the price will go up at that point. And the ebook will be available on Kindle. So I have the hardback, softback, and ebook will be out on January 7th. The hardback and softback are out now. The ebook will be on January 7th. And then the audiobook will be in February.
All right, cool. We got a book signing coming up?
No book signing coming up. But if you find me anywhere, you know I'm either at Dragonfly or Southwood or
True.
Kitchen on Main. So I mean, you'll see me around. So just keep it in your back pocket the whole time. So you see me, you can just give me a sign then. We are sponsoring morning marketing on the 21st, which is
Thursday.
Yeah.
Which
so
this will not be out.
This will not
unless
be out.
You kill it over the next
it's not
going
to happen because I got a gig tomorrow night and Wednesday night, so that's not going to happen. But anyway.
I need to ask, has anybody tried Miss D's?
All right. Okay. So Miss D's, she's a chamber member. She comes all the time to chamber events. Deborah and I went there, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, when Alabama was at LSU, and they were closed on Saturday. I was so disappointed.
Oh, wow.
So no, I have not tried it. I can't wait to try it.
Okay.
I've been down
It's
there since
busy
95
at lunchtime.
and I still haven't tried it.
They say it is divine.
All right.
It's busy. And one thing that somebody told me, I guess a good piece of advice when I moved here, if there is a restaurant around breakfast, lunch, or dinner that is not busy, don't go there.
That's probably good
That's
advice.
probably a good idea. Yeah.
I felt like that was really good advice. And like Mr. Spud's, I drive by it in the early morning. I would never think to go to Mr. Spud's. People love it.
That's right. I mean, I think they use real beef tallow and real lard when they cook.
I bet they do.
You know what I'm saying?
That looks like a real Southern cooking place.
That's right. I mean, it tastes good, so it's got to have some lard in there.
That may
and they,
not be
they
bad.
fried beef tallow.
it's probably better in soybean oils and cottonseed
that's
oils
probably
and all
true.
these other seed
That's
oils.
probably true.
I mean,
That's probably true. We're probably overheating those things and making them completely toxic. I don't know.
dude, half the people
That'll
don't-
be cut out this episode. But
Well,
anyway,
no, we can talk about olive oil and the people not knowing how to use it. I mean, they burn that stuff. It
yeah,
is not
there's
good.
different. Yes, there's different types of olive oil for different things.
Just get something burn.
Yeah.
Just go with lard. It'll be healthier. Here I am sitting to a damn trainer and talking about lard's bad.
Get your lard out and your butter out and go get some tea cakes.
Okay. All right, real quick. Real estate. Everything that we thought was going to happen after the election, if Trump won, is happening. We're busy.
Well, they
now.
dropped the prime rate. They're going to drop it a second time soon.
Yeah, but the mortgage rate's been going up.
Yeah.
So as of right now, we're still around 7 for a mortgage rate. And even though we've seen 0.75% drop in the federal rates, and we keep trying to tell everybody that the Fed rate is not directly linked to the mortgage rate. You got the bond market in between there. And a lot of people are pulling the money out of the stock market, putting it into bonds, and have been for about 4 or 5 months. Hence the reason why those interest rates are higher.
So is there a foreclosure rate? Is it going up? People not making their payments? Because I heard the credit cards are killing people.
Yeah, they may. Well, okay, so
Default rate, isn't that what it's called?
I think so, but we're not seeing a massive increase in foreclosures because of this anomaly. A lot of these people bought when the interest rates were so low, and now the interest rates are kicking up, or they're starting to see these adjustable mortgage rates kicking in. These, after 5 years are kicking in, but the value of the house has increased. So no matter how much you're in, behind, you can just sell the house and you walk away with a check.
Is it possible if I have a 2.9% mortgage that somebody who wants to buy my house, I can assign them that mortgage?
No, not really. I mean, you may have.
You talking about being a heck of a selling point.
Yes, that would be fantastic, but
usually you can't do that.
Not on conventional loans. And if we got any of the mortgage folks looking at this and I've screwed it up, y'all call me, straighten me out. Come on.
I mean, I don't know that. I don't know if our mortgage is assignable. I never asked that question, so I
More
wouldn't think it would.
I think there's only a couple of government loans now that are still assignable.
But you'd have to have some type of credit check before you could get it assigned. I mean, I could have my brother Joe come and buy the house that'd be foreclosed on tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't even have to worry about it because it just ain't gonna happen.
No, that's true.
I guess I have a question for you because
Yeah,
we bought
go
our
ahead.
house in May. Not
Okay.
an ideal time to buy a house.
Nope.
Our interest rate is not bad, but when do you think would be a good time? When do you foresee us
That's a great,
refinancing?
Right. What's the point? What
All
is
right,
that?
so
Is it a
this
half a
is-
point or a quarter point drop that you refinance and then another one?
Yeah.
I have no clue. I'm not the person to ask that to. That is definitely
Where's Ross when we need
yeah,
him?
Ross or Chris
Chris, yes.
Schrader. Yeah, that's questions for those folks. And you can ask them that anytime. I can give you a ton of their phone numbers.
It's still way too high right now, but I got time.
It's probably cheaper than our first houses.
DR Horton did us really well when we bought our house.
Sure.
My first house I paid cash for $35,000.
I hear that a lot. Like a lot of people say
Yeah,
that.
when you're as old as dirt,
Oh, come
that
on.
happened.
And he's so much older than me.
Yes, that's right.
bought my first house was in Fairhope,
Okay.
and I overpaid $94,000.
Wow.
That's what it was, and it recently sold 2 years ago for $385,000. So,
Right.
and even at 94, it was overpriced.
Right.
Fairhope's always overpriced.
I feel like Daphne, anything in Baldwin County right now that was booming because we were under contract on a house in Westmobile, and that same floor plan with DR Horton, same interest rate and everything, was $60,000 more on this side of the bay, and didn't have the tile showers and like the nice amenities that I wanted because they don't have to over here.
No, but what I would recommend is investing in some of that stuff, the nicer upgrades over the years.
Right.
And when you get ready to resell, you'll be at the higher end of the resale market instead of the lower end.
Right.
So
What's your thoughts on pools down here?
Does
Does my house need a pool?
I love. I will say this. I love my pool. I would not trade my pool for anything. I love it.
Do you have a community pool?
We do. You have to be a member of it,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
we're not a member because we have our own pool.
Okay.
But now my pool is not a normal pool. It's
not.
It's a cocktail
more-
pool.
Yeah,
It's only 4 feet deep.
like a cowboy pool.
Well, they call it a lap pool. I've never swam a lap in it, but they call it a lap pool. But we call it a cocktail pool.
Okay.
So it's a small pool.
Yeah, but when it's 95 degrees
Oh,
and
it's
90% humidity,
It's
Right.
magnificent.
Good
I
for
love
that.
my pool. So
Because we have a really
it won't increase the value of your home, if
community
that's what
pool.
you're asking.
Right.
It won't increase the
and for some folks, they won't look at it.
right.
A handful won't look at it. But, I mean, even if you have it, a handful just go for pools. They're
Mhm.
pool people. So it's not really going to add.
It's not adding anything
No.
No.
besides
I mean,
me paying for
realistically-
chemicals.
Realistically, the only thing that adds value to a home is square footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically it. If you
Yeah,
screen
we're-
in a porch, that adds value.
Yeah, there's like North Fairhope right now. We're looking at the houses, the complete, the ones that need a lot of remodeling
Yeah.
are still $200 a square foot.
Wow.
Mm.
And the ones that have been remodeled and are immaculate are $350, $400 a square foot. So, but it's all, again, goes back to that square footage.
Yep. Yep.
And what you can do inside it. So if you can add square footage to your house.
Right. Without losing my gold fortified.
Problems.
Yeah.
Yup.
You'll
You
figure
know
it out.
it.
You'll figure it out.
First world problems.
Yeah.
All right. Katie, thank you so much for
Of
joining
course,
us
thank
tonight.
you.
We really appreciate it. Thank you for letting us come into this fantastic place. This is on 181.
Yes.
It's kind of a industrial kind of looking place right
we
there.
are getting a banner and some yard flags. We're
Beautiful.
on 181
Yeah, which
South.
will help. And
Well, if
those
you
that-
see the yard flag that says tacos, pull in. You're here.
Yeah.
Because we
Right.
got a taco stand right
go
next
to
door.
Allegri, get your veggies,
Taco
and then
stand.
hit the
And
taco
then
place.
the gym.
You got
Personal
it.
Edge. Their website is in the description. Contact them. Let them know you want to be something. They can really help out a lot of people. Hopefully, they'll start helping out Chris soon. But we thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your time and your consideration for watching us. And be sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see y'all in the next one.